Welcome back to another flashlight review video. This time your flashlight lamp, or urFLAMP for short, was kind enough to send out their new V6 Night's Watch flashlight. Now the V6 Night's Watch is an affordable EDC light suitable for walking, working, everyday carry, backpacking, and hiking. So to go ahead and save time, I went ahead and unbox everything here for you. So you can see you get two spare O-rings here. You do get a lanyard. This is an adjustable lanyard. You get a USB-C to USB-C charging cable, as this is USB-C rechargeable. And you do get the user manual. Sorry about the autofocus there. And as I do with all my videos, I'll go ahead and put the user manual on the screen here momentarily so you guys can check that out further if you wish. Now let's take a closer look here at the V6. Now first off, you do have this two-way clip that comes with the V6. So very nice there. And now I've done this several times, and this actually kind of scratches up the flashlight. So this is my fault, not urFLAMP's fault. But I wanted to show you this so you can actually reverse the pocket clip on the flashlight, and you can use this now to attach to like your ball cap or your hat or something and use it as a headlamp. So you can do that if you wish. So I don't know if it was designed to do that, but you can, and it is on there pretty snug. So pretty cool there. It gets a nice, like a knurling here design. It's like a screwdriver type design on the flashlight itself. You also have a little indicator here that shows you how to properly install the battery. So positive towards the head, negative towards the tail cap. And this also does have reverse polarity protection. So in case you happen to put the battery in backwards, you will not fry the flashlight. So very nice there. You can also see here where you would attach the lanyard. This does have a nice tail switch. It is rather grippy with the knurling on the tail switch button. So very nice there. You do have a semi-aggressive bezel in here, so you got some nice knurling around the bezel of the flashlight itself. So the LED on the V6 is an OSRAM P9 LED, capable up to 1300 lumens and 225 meters of throw. The V6 is made of durable aircraft-grade aluminum alloy, which has been hard anodized for an anti-abrasive finish. As you saw with the USB-C charging cable, this is USB-C rechargeable. So I'll go ahead and zoom here in on the USB-C charging port. Just to let you know, this flap goes on pretty easily and comes off really easily, but it could also be knocked off accidentally. So just FYI there. I wish they would make it a little more snug so it didn't pop off so easily unless you intended it to come off. So just FYI there on the flashlight. All right, so this does come with an 18650 lithium-ion rechargeable battery, which can be charged inside the flashlight. So you got a urFLAMP 18650 rechargeable flashlight battery here. It's 2600 milliamp hours of capacity, so very nice. The V6 does have a dual spring design. So you got a spring in the tail cap, and there's also a spring down here in the head of the flashlight, but it's going to be rather difficult to see. So let's go ahead and put the battery back. The tail cap does thread on very smoothly back onto the V6, so nice and snug and smooth. It can also tail stand, so I always like when flashlights can tail stand, so in case you have an emergency, you lose power, you can use this as a lantern to light up the area you're in. Just aim it towards the ceiling and turn it on, so very nice there. When charging the flashlight, it charges at 5 volts at 2 amps and can be fully charged in about 3 hours. Now the V6 does have a charging and battery level indicator light right here. I'll go ahead and turn it on there. So this light, when you're charging it, will be solid red, and when it's fully charged, it'll be solid green. When you first turn the flashlight on, like I just showed you, it will give you a battery status. So solid green means the battery's between 90 and 100%. Blinking green, battery's between 40 and 90%. Solid red, battery's between 50 and 40%. And if it's blinking red, your battery's 15% or less, and your car will going to replace or recharge the battery, especially if you're going to be intending it to use for an extended period of time. Now, the V6 is IPX8 waterproof, good for up to 2 meters of submersion for 30 minutes. With that dual spring design, it is 1.5 meter impact resistant. The V6 does have memory for its normal modes, however, not for the special modes. This flashlight does have strobe and SOS. And real quick, before we get into the outputs on the flashlight and the different modes, the V6 dimensions, it's 125.8 millimeters or 4.95 inches in length, weighs 125 grams or 4.4 ounces. So I'll go ahead and put this on the screen here. The outputs and modes for the V6. So first you have high. 1300 lumens for 30 seconds, and then it will step down to 500 lumens for about 2.5 hours. Medium, 410 lumens for 4 hours. Low, 70 lumens for 35 hours. So that's a nice long run time. 70 lumens is should be pretty strong to illuminate things when you're walking around. So 35 hours is good. Eco, 5 lumens for 150 hours. Strobes at the full 1300 lumens, while SOS will drop down to 100 lumens. I would prefer if they had both been at 1300 lumens. All right, max throw, 225 meters, and the max intensity is 12,656 candela. If you are interested in the V6, there will be a purchase link and a coupon code in the description, so be sure to check that out. Now let's go ahead and do the UI on the V6. Okay, the UI or user interface for the Night's Watch V6 by urFLAMP. It's got a pretty simple UI on it, so we'll go through this fairly quickly before we take it outside to see how the V6 does perform at night in the dark. All right, to turn the flashlight on, you simply full press the tail switch once, turns it on, full press again, turns it off, you hear that click. All right, to go through the different modes, you simply turn the flashlight on by fully clicking, and you half press to go through the different modes. So right now we're in Eco, half press low, half press medium, half press high, half press Eco again. Let's go ahead and check its memory. So let's put it in medium. We'll fully turn it off, turn it back on. It does go back to medium. Half press again, it will go into high and then back to Eco. One note about the V6 is it doesn't have momentary on, so you can't half press the tail switch to have it come on like some flashlights you can. So it's either a full press to turn it on, but no half press for momentary on the V6, so just FYI there. All right, next feature is strobe. So to get into strobe, you're going to turn the flashlight on, and you're going to quickly half press twice to go into strobe. So again, strobe warning, so here we go. All right, strobe, very, very bright. It does have an alternating flash pattern, which is very nice, so very good for disorienting someone to use it as defense if you need to. Half press again, goes back to its normal mode. All right, SOS, it's the same thing, but you're gonna quickly triple press the tail switch, half press it, but triple press it to go into SOS. So let's go ahead and try to do that now. Almost. There we go. All right, so triple press. Once the flashlight's on, you just triple press, half presses, but triple press really quickly. It goes into SOS. So very good. Half press it goes in the back last mode it was in. And we're back to Eco. All right, let's go ahead and take the Night's Watch V6 outside to see how it does outside in the dark. Okay, the night has finally come, and we are outside here with the urFLAMP Night's Watch V6 flashlight. And it's basically a full moon out here tonight, so hopefully that won't mess with too much with our night shots here, but shouldn't be too bad. All right, so we're going to start out in Eco here with the V6, and Eco again is 5 lumens. So you're not going to see a whole lot. You can see there's a nice little hot spot on the ground here. This could be ideal for environments where you want to read or have light discipline. But it gets out there. You can see the bird bath. The bird bath is about 25 feet away from me. So again, that's Eco, 5 lumens. So not too bad. Let's bump it up to low, 70 lumens. So now 70 lumens. I'll angle the camera up a little bit. I can see the bird bath really well. You can just see the tree stump right out there. Tree stump's about 100 feet away. And the V6 has a nice all-around beam. It's got a good little hot spot, and it's got some nice spill. So again, this is low, 70 lumens, and this has a runtime of like 35 hours. So you can see a lot. For 35 hours of runtime, that's pretty good. Let's bump it up to medium, 410 lumens. Definitely getting out there. Let's raise this up a little bit more. I don't want to get the moon in here, but you can see it's making out the trees really well. Again, that's medium, 410 lumens. Let's bump it into turbo, and I'll take a walk out there. All right, turbo, 1300 lumens. All right, so I bumped it back down as I came back, so you should have seen that here in the video. I'll bump it back up to low here, 70 lumens. So anyway, that's a Night's Watch V6 by urFLAMP. As I said before, there'll be a product link and a coupon code or a purchase link in the description along with the coupon code. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. And I want to say a big thank you to urFLAMP for sending out the V6 Night's Watch to us to see here on the channel. You guys take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy Lunar.
Darling, I've been tempted by the darkness.